In this video, it's Father Hubnut's wheels again. This is my dad's latest car. He's actually had it over a year now. It's a Renault Megane E-Tech, so he's still firmly committed to the electric lifestyle. It was launched a couple of years ago now. It's kind of based on the Nissan Ariya platform, so it's probably more closely related to that than an actual Megane, but electric front-wheel drive. This has got the bigger battery, which I think is 60 kilowatt hours, claimed range of around 280 miles. It's got a heat pump, so it's got an efficient heating system, and my dad has generally been very pleased with it. Let's take a look around. At what point does a new car review become a used car review? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that's what it is. We've got big blingy 20-inch wheels, not loving the look of that profile, and perhaps one of the smallest rear windows I've ever seen, and wait till you see it from the inside. But I think it's a nice bit of styling. It's not overly offensive. I quite like these strakes down the roof. I've just walked close enough for it to unlock because I've got the key in my pocket, at which point it springs the front door handles out. The rear door handles are hidden up here. It's actually that entire piece. And here's the rear seats. We'll try those out in a moment. We'll have a quick look inside, seeing as it's inviting us to. I quite like the trim. It reminds me of BX grey tweed. Oh, now it's waking up. So it's got Google built in. We've got flashy screens all over the place in this bad boy. We're currently on 85% of battery, and yeah, we've got 210 claimed miles of range. We're not going to get to test all of that today. We've got a stalk for the gear selector, stalk for the wipers, stalk for the radio, which even has a knob on the back of it, I note. And this button is very important because it disables quite a few of the driver aids, which is obviously a very good thing. But yeah, no clutter down the middle because we've got gear control here and an electronic handbrake, which is automatic, so you don't generally have to do anything. We should probably have a look at what is under the bonnet. I'm going to have to put the specs up. I haven't done my usual level of research on this one because I've just driven down from Wales today, and we're going out for dinner in a bit, so I've got to get this done before we go for dinner. There we go. Oh yes, that'll probably be your charger gubbins on top there, sort of looking a bit like an engine. The motor will be buried beneath that somewhere. It has got quite a high charge rate if you can find a DC charger so equipped. I think it'll charge at about 150 kilowatts, so you can put 120 miles of range in just half an hour, I believe. Obviously you've got your screen wash over there, brake fluid there, and coolant you shouldn't have to do anything with, but there you are. There's your bonnet release, nice bright in yellow, which you can obviously see when the bonnet's shut, and the wipers peeking out there. We will test those momentarily. It's got LED pure vision headlights. We're not going to get to test those today. It's actually, look, actual sun. But there we go, the Megane E-Tech. Let's hop aboard and see what it's actually like in here. So one detail I've noticed immediately is that this bit of trim actually overlaps in there. So as you close the door, that bit of trim goes into there. Is it just me, or does that look like it'll trap things? But I suppose you could trap things in a door well enough. I quite like the stitching. That's quite good. But yeah, there's the screen in front of us. So you can change the screens to various things. I don't want to mess too much with my dad's settings, but this is the screen he likes. So if I put my foot on the brake, hit the power button, wake it all up, there we go. So all the safety gear is on at the moment. If I press this button down here, it should, yeah, if I press it twice, now we've got the lane departure is turned off, and also the speed limiter warning will visual, but it won't beep at us annoyingly. So I like that. So the stalk over here, put my foot on the brake and press down to go into drive, press up to go into reverse, and press the button on the end here, puts it into park. So all very simple. There's a reversing camera I've just cleaned the lens of, but yeah, we've got all the information here. It's trying to connect to my dad's phone. Electric, you can see various things. You can program the heating to come on at certain times. You can set battery limits, so when you're DC charging, you can tell it to never go higher than 85%. If you want to maximize battery health and speed up your charging time, if you disable the last 15%, the car will charge up quicker, and it's better for the health of the battery. So only use the 100% if you're genuinely going to do a long trip and need that 100%. So my dad's currently got the max set to 100. Oh look, you can just do it like that. Oh wow, so that's nice and easy. So good heater controls as well. And look, we've got actual buttons for heater controls. That's always nice. Hazard lights. Oh no, I bet you can change it in the settings somewhere, but that is one of the worst indicator noises ever. I don't like that at all. But there we are. Charging pad there for a phone if your phone is so equipped. We've got storage variously. Oh look, you can move that around, so you can change where you have that. That's a cup holder there. We've got some storage under here, and a couple of very sneakily hidden USB type C's that you can't actually see from the driver's seat. But there's your mints and your drugs. So remember, Dad keeps his drugs, everyone. That doesn't open anymore. But note down here, look, there's a 12 volt power outlet there. How inconvenient is that? It's miles away. Can't get anywhere near it. Very strange. So there's our power. Auto lights. We've got paddles to adjust the level of regen. So that's when the motor turns into a generator when you're braking or going down a hill. So you can change how hard it does that with that control there. We've got a glove box here, fairly small, but decent storage in the doors. And again, a bit of material on the dash rather than black plastic, frameless, mostly mirror. But yeah, that's your rear window, folks. It's like reversing a Lamborghini Countach. Terrible. Map reading lights have we got here? Oh yeah, there we are, touch sensitive. That's quite funky. We've got oh yeah, I've got a light for our our little courtesy mirror there. So there we go. Weird steering wheel. Why is the steering wheel this shape? It makes a Quartic steering wheel seem quite boring. It's got all sorts of weird shapes on it. Bit strange going through the hands, but very direct steering. That is full lock from the center position, so it's just over a turn, lock to lock. Shouldn't dry steer, very bad for the car. But yeah, nice head restraints. A bit dark in here, and I will say generally it feels a bit like you're driving around in a crash helmet, but it is a very safe car, so maybe that's not so averse a phrase at all. Oh, there's good news, folks. Have you seen this? Look, we've got electronic protection. Thank goodness. I was worried we didn't have electronic protection. I will say the electronic locking is a bit gung-ho when it's you're walking to and from the car, but I should jump into the back, and oh, that feels quite comfortable. I quite like that, but a very high window line, so if I close the door, hi there. Yeah, that's quite narrow, but I suppose it's not Toyota CHR, is it? The hybrid one? They look terrible in the back, but decent amount of space for sure. Loads of knee room. I'm okay for headroom. I've got a good few inches of head clearance as well. I haven't got an armrest, annoyingly. It is actually a full 5-seater back here. There's another couple of USB type C's down here and some fresh air vents, document storage, door pockets, but it does feel a little claustrophobic here. Come and have a look. Yeah, it's all just a bit dark. If I actually close the door and the window, apparently I can't close the window anymore. Cars. Yeah, so no armrest. It's you don't get material for the 5th seat, but it is actually a seat. But yeah, again, it's all, I'm just surrounded by headliner and that tiny little window, but it's certainly comfortable. Yeah, it's quite pleasant back here. Let's check the boot out. One of the things my dad complains about very slightly is that to open the boot you have to press this tiny button, which can be fun to find in the dark. There's nowhere to get your hand under and feel where the switch should be, but it's an electronic release only. You have to manually open it yourself. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Awful. But there we go, decent amount of boot space. There's my bag taking up some space, nice and deep, and Oh, there's even more space underneath for your bags. I always forget to take my bags into the supermarket. And your pump and all that sort of goodness. No spare wheel, obviously. Don't know if you can spec one. But I'm quite liking the pretty rear lights. We'll have to see those in action in a bit. And I will say another mild annoyance already is the reversing camera lens is under here, and it really got some filth caked onto it. So I've cleaned that off. So that should now be good. But yeah, it's just nice to be able to get your fingers in, I think. It looks like someone has tried several times. A few scratches there. Tiny rear window wiper. We'll check that out. But yeah, we should probably get that window closed, go down the road. Okay then, we should start with the important business of the windscreen wiper test. Oh, I like the on-blade washing system. Good overlap, no triangle of doom. That makes it different to earlier Meganes, but we're terrible for the triangle of doom. We even get a little dribble wipe, but there is no dribble. I've left my window open for good reason. That's to show you the noise it makes as we set off. So foot on the brake, press the stalk down, straight into drive, and it makes this theatrical noise as we drive down the road. I can't say I'm awfully keen on it, to be honest. I like it when you get to about 15 miles an hour and it shuts up. I appreciate we need to warn people of our presence, but yeah, it's just, I find it irritating, much like the indicator noise. There's no one pedal mode that I can find. It's possible there is one, I just don't know how to use it. That is very, very possible indeed. But that's the strongest level of regen, and we're almost coming to a stop on a slight gradient. But there we go, speed builds up, that annoying noise goes away, and we go down the road. There seems to be quite a bit of road noise. I don't know if the big wheels are part of the problem there. I don't love it, I must admit. And because the car's been freshly waxed, the wiper has left a line right down the screen in front of my face. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it's certainly very pleasant to drive, but then it should be, because Renault, after Nissan, kind of has the longest experience of family electric cars that you can actually buy. The Renault Zoe going on sale back in 2011, I think, which was around the same time as the Nissan Leaf. I assume there's some common ground between the two, although I'm sure the two companies would deny it, because obviously Renault and Nissan were in a partnership at the time. But certainly Renault leapt on the electric bandwagon with some enthusiasm. First with the Zoe, then the little Twizy, but obviously now with just regular cars that are electric. So like I say, there is a regular Megane which looks quite similar, but I do believe this is on the Nissan platform, although everything kind of platform shares these days anyway, doesn't it? So yeah, quite a lot of road noise, and we'll probably see a bit of wind noise as we get going down the road as well. Not touching the brake pedal at all, that's just regen. Keep an eye on that Tesco van. And 60 mile an hour means I can just bury it, and whee! Yeah, that's exciting. Gets to 60 very excitedly. Some testers have managed sub 7 seconds on the 0 to 60, and I know there is no need for it to accelerate like that, but it is good fun. The only problem I would say is the digital speedo can be a bit slow to keep up, I find. So you're already doing a naughty speed by the time it gets around to actually telling you. Again, it just seems, is it just me? There just seems a little bit too much ambient noise. The sound seems to really work its way around the structure. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but I'm sure the Hyundai Insta was a little quieter than this. And of course, you can always just put the radio on if you can work out how to use it. Currently tuned into BBC Radio 2, good-o. Otherwise, it's just about as fuss-free as you'd kind of expect. It does seem to go well. Let's see if we can find some more entertaining roads to actually test the handling on. My dad's had it for a year. He hasn't really got any grumbles about it at all. So that's encouraging. He previously had the MG ZS. I'm afraid I didn't get to film that one, which had a very unpleasant ride on the roads round by us. It was surprisingly bouncy. I have to say, this feels pretty composed. So I actually had to brake there just to boost the slowing down. Oh yes, this is a twistier road. Steering is very, very direct, but not in a twitchy way. Just means you generally don't have to turn the wheel very much. So it's using the electric assistance to do all the hard work for you. In terms of economy, my dad reckons he's getting 3.9 miles per kilowatt, which is, or miles per kilowatt hour rather, which is not bad going for around here. It's very hilly, and he does find that will improve with just local use, although he can't charge to 100% because driving from his house into town is straight down a very steep hill. So if you're maxed out, you don't get the regen. Oh, yeah, some proper Devon roads here. So it's quite a rough surface, but it still feels pretty comfortable from where I'm sitting. Just a little firm, which I think is probably, in fact, there's a bit of float, but there's a bit of a crash as well. I can't think the crash is due to the low profile tyres. But it's certainly pretty comfortable on these roads. Oh, there's mud all over the road. My dad's going to be so angry. He had the car cleaned today. Feels suspiciously like we're getting to the end of the road, but no, it reckons the road goes this way. Oh, it is really bad. But yeah, it isn't too bad at all in here. This is almost greenlane then. Who else is doing this on their new car reviews? Or is it a used car? It's done 12,000 miles, I think. Yeah, we're averaging at the moment, because I keep hooning it everywhere, 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. Which is still not bad going. In terms of economy for electric cars, anything below 4 is starting to get a little thirsty. If it's over 4 miles per kilowatt hour, then it's quite economical. And if you can hit the dizzy heights of 5, which I managed once in the Hyundai Insta, mostly because I got stuck behind lorries for a 30-mile drive, you're doing very well indeed. This is terrible. This road surface is completely broken up, but it's still quite comfortable in here. Thank you, pedestrians. Yeah, it just takes up drive really nicely. You do get so used so quickly to the oh, this road is terrible. What a good test for suspension. Yeah, so you get used to it so quickly, the electric driving sensation, that instant torque whenever you want it. And you don't necessarily want all of it. You don't want to be foot flat to the floor, but it's just that little bit of shove just to get you up to speed nicely. It's yeah, it's very addictive. And just the overall smoothness of the driving experience, that also very, very strongly appeals. I kid you not, we are just about to drive into Fairy Cross. Gotta hand it to the Devonians. They're very good at coming up with very silly names. You hear quite a bit of motor noise actually, and I found that with the Hyundai Ioniq 5 that the motor made itself known in a way the little Insta didn't so much. But I guess that's just differences between how the EVs work. I think some people like a bit of motor noise, so at least there's something to indicate that you're accelerating down the road. But oh yeah, it certainly feels very competent going round the bends. Like I say, you don't have to steer at all. I can't say there's actually loads of feedback coming through the wheel, but nonetheless it will go exactly where I point it. What a pleasant drive. Well, that was really rather a pleasant drive in the Renault Megane E-Tech. I can see why my dad likes it so much. It's certainly very comfortable and jolly good fun if you want to push on a bit. Plenty of shove and very direct steering. That is something I did not quite expect. But yeah, it's not a bad looking thing either. So practical electric vehicle, it certainly seems to be. And I bet you could comfortably get into the fours in terms of economy with a slightly more gentle foot. Me, apparently not. I'm enjoying myself way too much. But I hope you found that interesting. Plenty more electric vehicle content always floating about on the channel. But it doesn't mean we've lost our love for petrol. We like both, and that is allowed. And yeah, I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Oopsie, almost forgot the rear wiper test. Yeah. I suppose actually it wipes quite a lot of the rear window, but also leaves quite a lot unwiped. And I don't love the rear view out the back. It is quite limited. But thankfully the door mirrors are chonk. The window's dirty.